Ow, it's back to regular old filler this week, not movie filler.
Woo!
Just some 20 minutes of filler, and then we're done.
Great.
In and out, and we go on with our lives.
That's better than the movie felt.
True. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha is episode 140. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 5, Episode 27, or Episode 137, entitled An Ancestor Named Kagome.
In which Kagome thinks that she's the only person with her name in the entire universe.
It's true. Does Hojo actually have a first name? No. He's just Hojo.
No, he's Akitoki.
No, like her present day Hojo. He just has he's just Hojo. He does not have a first name.
Oh, that's so sad.
So there you go. There's that. But yeah, Kagome's back in the modern era. She fails a history exam because she was like, "Oh, it's feudal era. I'll be fine." No, you weren't. Her friends are like, "Man, that sucks." Anyways, and then Hojo's like, "Oh, you're back. Hello. Look, I've brought my family tree with me. Let me sprawl it out." He's
The
like,
whole scroll.
I found something funny. Look, one of my ancestors married a lady named Kagome. Isn't that wild? And she's like, huh, okay. And her friends are like, hey, maybe she should get with Hojo and dump that weird boyfriend of hers. And Kagome's just like, I can't believe I failed a test. They also show Kagome photos from the cultural festival, which we talked about a few weeks back. And she's like, oh, yeah, these are, photos. Oh, God, there's an actual demon in this photo. And there's Inuyasha. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
We head back to the feudal era, and we see Akitoki Hojo, who is making his series debut.
Yes, he was in the movies.
Yes, he was in...
or in a movie.
The second movie, The Castle Beyond the Looking Glass. But this is his first time appearing in the actual series itself. He's like, oh, no, I'm getting attacked by bandits. Get away from me. And then Inuyasha and Shippo show up, and they're like, hey, get out of here. And he's like, oh, my friends, hello. And he's like, hey, I'm looking for Kaede. Can you, take me to her? And they're like, all right, cool. We know
Kaede.
He's got a Naginata. It's demonic aura. He's got to, go purify it or some stuff.
But he needs to purify it about Hakure and about
Mount Hakure does not exist. Definitely was destroyed by natural disasters. Definitely.
Yep. Natural disasters.
And it's also, it was something entrusted to the Hojo family, which is why he has it and is doing this whole thing. Kaede's like, hey, you should go to the Shrine of Furai, which is at this waterfall in the mountains. That's the place you should go anyways. Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, you guys want to help me? And the rest of them are like, yeah. And Yasha's like, I don't really want to. And they're like, but Kaede's like, you should wait for Kagome to get back because she's going to come back soon and, she'll help you out and all that sort of stuff. And he's very excited about that. He's like, oh, Kagome.
He gets all blushy.
Yeah, and he waits outside the well for her, and then she just bonks him with her stuff and then steps on him as she gets out. And he's like, oh, shoot, I didn't see you there. Yeah, she brings a bunch of food with her, Vietnamese flavored ramen, I guess, and Ship was like, huh?
To be fair, I also don't know what that is.
True.
And also, at that point, Japan wouldn't have had that much interaction with Vietnam, I don't think.
Maybe that's why he's confused.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
What kind of flavor is this?
What kind of flavor is this?
Yeah. So yeah, she brings some food and everything. They head off on their trip and all that. Akitoki is unblessed with misfortune. He's having a bad time. He breaks a cup of tea. He loses his, I almost said jelly roll, and that's definitely not it. It's his rice ball.
It's a rice ball.
It is 1,000% a rice ball.
It is not a jelly roll.
Smashes into his face when he trips and falls on it. So he's having a bad time.
Because you had a bad day.
Yeah. They get attacked and some boulders try and run them down, and Inuyasha breaks the boulders and that's weird. And then some explosives just fall out of the air at them, and they're like, that's real weird.
Kite.
Yeah. So they're able to get away from all that, and then a crow shows up to bombard them, but it's me, Yoga. Hello, I'm back. I was in the featured film last week, but now I'm back here again. I come to tell you about the Naginata and how you should destroy it. I also break news from my friend.
Oh, he's talking about me, Todosai. I was also in the movie. I told Myoga about this. How Inuyasha's the only one who could destroy it. It's just only him. You better tell him that.
Oh, yes, I will tell him that. They also learned that there's a band of demon ninjas after him, led
Cool.
by Hoshiomi. And they're looking to make the two parts of the Naginata back together and cause chaos. They learn all that. They keep going forward. They go camping by the river, and then they get ambushed. And oh no, Kagome and Akitoki have fallen into the river.
Oh no!
And that's how the episode ends.
That's it.
Yeah. I think we talked about this right before, but like I was expecting this just to be like a little one-off episode, but they're like, no, you're gonna get a little arc here, I guess. Which it's not gonna really mean anything, but you know.
No.
But yeah, that's this episode. We have one note here, which is kind of what we talked about earlier. This is the first time a character from the movies is brought into the main series. This is also the first time the events of a movie are referenced in the series. Akitoki being Shippo's vassal, which it doesn't really matter because it's filler referencing filler, so they can kind of do that, willy nilly. So
Exactly.
we also had a goof, which is not mentioned here, but we saw it where Akitoki gets burned by the teacup breaking. And Kagome's like, oh, I got something for this. And she brings out like a cold compress to put on his hand. And when she takes it out and wraps his hand up, she definitely just wraps his fingers. And then when it cuts back, it's just on his hand and on his palm.
It's on his palm.
And I was like, because like when she wraps it around his fingers, like that seems like it's going to be kind of a hindrance. You're like, you're not going to have finger usage. But then it's like, it just slides down to his palm somehow.
All good now.
Yep, that's how that works.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for this episode. Next time, we will be discussing episode 138 entitled Mountain of Demons, Survival of the Duo. Kagome and Akitoki are going to be by themselves, and Akitoki's very excited about that.
They're gonna fall in love and make Kagome ancestor, Kagome current, or time paradox or whatever. Because Kagome is the only Kagome that ever existed ever in the history of Japan. So it must be her, obviously.
Wow, this is a long filler arc, actually.
How long is it?
It goes all the way. This is the last bit of filler we have until we get some canon stuff.
Nice.
So it is up through episode 140.
Holy shit.
It's just this filler arc. So
Wow.
yeah, that is surprising.
We're nearing the end of the OG.
Yes. Clicking back. Because we're near the end of season 5 on the wiki. Next week will be the end of season 5, and then season 6. We have about 30 episodes left.
Yep.
Of the OG series, and then the 26 of Final Act, and a movie in between that, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, so you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok, Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time as we find out how Kagome and Akitoki handle being alone with one another.